Alright, welcome back to part 2 of finding domain and range. I apologize I cut the video in part 1 short because YouTube only let me do 10-minute increments of video. Alright, so let's move to example 3 and find the domain and the range. So let's start with the domain again. Just another reminder, domain is all the x values that go into a quadratic function. So I am going to start at the vertex again. So that means that's the point when you come from the left, come from the right, and then meet at the peak. Alright, so if we start at the vertex here, we see that we included this x value of -2. And if we continue to go to the left, we see that we include all of these values, -3, -3.5, -3.75, -4, -5. And if we continue on, again, this arrow here just signifies that this parabola is going to continue on to the left and it's going to keep on going. And if it does keep on going, all of these other values like -6, -7, -8 will all be apart if this continues to go down. Same thing with the right. If we continue to go to the right, we're going to include all of these other x values on the right as well too. So if this arrow signifies that it's going to continue going, we're going to include 1, 2, 3, and so on. Since we include all of these values, and if it continues on, if we include every single value, that means our domain will be all real number. Alright, the range. The range again is all the y values that come out of the quadratic function. Step 1 tells us to locate the y value for the minimum or the maximum point. And again, to find the minimum or maximum point at a vertex, you locate of the parabola, you can locate the vertex. The vertex is right here where both the left side and the right side meets at a peak. So here, since the parabola is facing down, we learned yesterday that this will be a maximum point on the vertex. So at this point, our biggest y value from this parabola is a +6. And if we continue to go down, where our y value are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And we can continue to go all the way down forever because these arrows here signify that the parabola is going to continue to go down forever. So our range would be all of the y values that are greater than or less than +6. So I encourage you to pause the video, try example 4, and then compare it with my answer. Alright, so example 4. Your domain, again, is all the x values that goes into the quadratic function. So as you can see, if we start at the vertex here, all of the x value, if we start going to the right side, we're going to include all of these x values. This arrow signifies that we're going to continue going down. So if it continues going down, we're going to include all the y values, the positive y values. And if we locate the left side, it looks like we're going to include all of the negative values as well too. So your domain, for example 4, will also be all real number. And then your range. Again, your range is all the y values that come out of the quadratic function. So again, first step, we're going to locate the y value for the maximum or minimum point on this parabola. Again, to find the minimum or maximum point, you're locating the vertex. So the vertex means you're going to look at the left side of the graph and look at the right side of the graph. Where does it meet at a peak? So So it meets right here. So here, since we have a parabola that's opening downward, we will have a maximum point. And the maximum point, the maximum y value here, will be at 5. And if you see, if we continue to go down, we're going to include all of these y values as we go down. So our range would be all of the y values that are less than or equal to 5. And then, as I'm looking at this, I made a small mistake on example 3. I meant to say the range is going to be all the y value less than 6. So let's cross that out. All the y value less than or equal to 6, because we started at the 6, and we're going to take all of the y value that are less than 6. Again, today we learned how to find domain and range from a given graph for a quadratic function. I hope this helped you. I'll see you guys on Friday. All this homework are on Schoology, so go ahead and do the one I circled. If you have any question, again, write it down, and I'll try to answer as much as I can on Friday. I'll see you guys then. Have a great day. Bye-bye.